Hello, I am G. Saujanya from Sri Vishnu Engineering College for Women, pursuing final year BTech ECE. We are doing a project titled Pattern Identification and Calculation Training System for Students with Autism under the guidance of Mrs. K. Padmavasavi and Miss R. Susmita. Our team members are
Hi, I am K. Kiranmai.
Hi, I am M. Tejashwini.
Hi, I'm P. Rebecca Jasila.
We are doing this project for Texas Instruments India Analog Design Contest 2012. Under phase 1, we are given a problem that is based on non-inverting differentiator. It uses TL082 op-amp. TL082 op-amp is a low-cost, high-speed, dual JFET input operational amplifier. It is having a wide gain bandwidth of 4 MHz. The range of the input voltage is plus or minus 15 volts. Supply voltage range is plus or minus 18 volts. The circuit diagram of the problem statement is as follows. It is using a TL082 op-amp. Initially, we connected a resistor of 1 kilo ohm in series with 2.2 kilo ohm, and the combination of this is given to the non-inverting terminal pin 3, and other end of 2.2 kilo ohm is grounded. Then a resistor of 1 kilo ohm is connected in series with 2.2 kilo ohm, and this we have connected a capacitor of 1 microfarad, and other end of the capacitor is grounded. The other end of resistor 2.2 kilo ohm is given to the output terminal of the op-amp pin 1. Node obtained from the combination of resistor 2.2 kilo ohm, 1 kilo ohm and the capacitor 1 microfarad is given to the inverting terminal of the op-amp pin 2. The other ends of the 1 kilo ohm resistors are connected in series, thus forming a node, and the input is given to the node. Now pin 6 of operational amplifier is connected to the pin 7 and the pin 5 is grounded. That is nothing but we connected in unity gain mode, as we are not using the second op-amp in our circuit. Suitable input of 50 millivolts and 1 kHz frequency is generated, and this is given as the input to the circuit. Now the input of 50 millivolts peak to peak and 1 kHz frequency is generated, and this is given as input to the circuit. Suitable input of 50 millivolts peak to peak and 1 kHz frequency is generated, and this is given as input to the circuit. Supply voltage of 10 volts is given in channel 1 and channel 2. Now, by varying the input frequency, the output is observed using CRO at the pin 1. At 1 kHz frequency, the output voltage is 0.5 volts. At 5 kHz, the output voltage is 2 volts. With increase in the frequency, the output voltage is increased to 2 volts from 0.5 volts. At 10 kHz frequency, the output voltage is 4.8 volts. At 15 kHz frequency, the output voltage is 9 volts. At 20 kHz frequency, the output voltage is 8.6 volts. At 30 kHz frequency, the output voltage is 3.8 volts. At 50 kHz frequency, the output voltage is 2 volts. At 100 kHz frequency, the output voltage is 1 volt. at 1 megahertz frequency. At 1 megahertz frequency, the output voltage is 0.2 volts. At 15 kilohertz frequency, we are having the maximum output voltage, and so we are having a gain of 45.105 dB. Now the values of the frequency response are tabulated as follows. Initially from 1 kHz to 15 kHz, the output voltage is increased from 0.5 to 9 volts. And again from 20 kHz to the 1 MHz, it decreased from 8.6 to 0.2. So we obtain a maximum output voltage at 15 kHz, which is taken as the cutoff frequency. The output is observed using CRO and the values are tabulated as follows. We have the maximum gain at 15 kHz frequency and the gain is 45.105 dB. To obtain the phase response, we consider two channels of the CRO, channel 1 for output and channel 2 for input. The two channels are adjusted for ground. Now the CRO is kept in XY mode. When the input is 1 kHz, the corresponding Lysage's pattern is observed in the CRO and the phase difference is 90 degrees. When the input is 5 kHz, the corresponding Lysage's pattern is the phase difference is 90 degrees. When the input is 10 kHz, the corresponding Lysage's pattern is observed in the CRO and it is having a phase difference of 90 degrees. When the input is 20 kHz, the corresponding Lysage's pattern is observed in the CRO and it is having a phase difference of 90 degrees. At 20 kHz frequency, the Lysage's pattern is observed in the CRO and the phase difference is 0 degrees. At 30 kHz frequency, the Lysage's pattern is observed in the CRO and it is having a phase difference of 0 degrees. The values of the phase difference from 1 kHz to 1 MHz are tabulated as follows. Using the values from the table, we have plotted the frequency response in the graph. Initially at 1 kHz, it is having a gain of 20 dB. Increasing the frequency from 1 kHz to 15 kHz, it is having a gain of 45.105 dB. At 20 kHz, it is having 44.71 dB and it is decreasing up to 12.04 dB at 1 MHz. We are having a maximum gain at 15 kHz, which is taken as the cutoff frequency. Using the values from the table, we have plotted the phase response. Initially at 1 kHz, it is having a phase difference of 90 degrees and at 5 kHz, it is having a phase difference of 90 degrees and it is constant up to 15 kHz and at 20 kHz, the phase difference is 0 degrees and from 100 kHz to 1 MHz, it is again constant, that is minus 90 degrees. To obtain transient response, we apply square wave of amplitude 1 volt and frequency 100 Hz and the response is observed in the CRO. Transient response is the response to a step or pulse of an amplifier is determined by the frequency response of op-amp as well as that of the feedback of the loop. The output of the transient response is as follows. Initially, we have given a frequency of 100 Hz and an input of 1 volt. The output of the transient response is observed in the CRO. Initially, it is having a maximum value of 4.6 volts peak to peak, and then the oscillations are damped down to 0 exactly at the cutoff frequency 15 kHz obtained from the magnitude response. By hardware implementation, we got maximum gain of 45.05 dB at cutoff frequency of 15 kHz, and the corresponding gain bandwidth is 2.01 MHz. By simulating it using TINA software, we got maximum gain of 66.82 dB with a cutoff frequency of 15 kHz, and corresponding gain bandwidth is 3.18 MHz. We thank our college for providing us with the good infrastructure and equipment for conducting the experiment and permitting us to participate in the competition.
We thank our HOD, Mr. S. Hanmantarao, and Professor GRLV NS Raju for encouraging us to do the project.
We thank our project guides, Mrs. K. Padmavasvi and Ms. R. Susmita, for their valuable guidance.
Finally, we thank the coordinators of TI India Analog Design Contest 2012.
Thank you, one and all.